So much going on right now in the world of sports. And we'll start with the start of the regular season for Major League Baseball. And Dodger fans already know this because they opened up the season in the Tokyo series against the Chicago Cubs. And if you ask a Dodgers fan, go ahead and just ask. The Dodgers might go 162-0 during the regular season after sweeping that short little 2-game set against the Cubs. And they looked impressive, man. The pitching was great. Roki Sasaki throws fire, absolute gas, 100 miles per hour off the mound. Shohei Ohtani got off to a great start, hit his first home run of the year. So if you ask a Dodgers fan, they lived up to the billing, and they really did, Patrick.
Yeah, things are looking good. Of course, it's kind of an exciting time, because it's weird that, there's still spring training after these games. But nevertheless, for us early risers, while I'm on the road at 4:30 in the a.m., I can listen to the Dodger game in Japan. It's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, no doubt. Dodger fans were getting up early in the middle of the night, right, to see them open up the regular season. These are real games, not exhibition, not spring training, like real legit games. So the Dodgers are officially 2-0 to start the season. The Cubs are 0-2. I mentioned Roki Sasaki made his debut. He was pretty good. He walked, I think, 5 batters, but he was pretty good. You can see why the Dodgers are excited about him. Again, Shohei Ohtani, great start, at the plate. But if you want to say the only drawback was Mookie Betts was sick. He did not play because of an illness. And then Freddie Freeman, during the BP batting practice of the first game, pulled something in his ribs, and he didn't play either. So the Dodgers swept the Cubs without arguably outside of Ohtani, their 2 top hitters, right, in Freeman and Betts. So that's, I guess, in a weird way, another good sign for the Dodgers that they can win ball games without maybe 2 of their top MVP candidates.
Yes, I guess it does kind of show exactly how much talent they have. It does kind of worry you a little bit, though, because you've kind of heard that the injuries were lingering with Freddie, and now we got something else going on. So hopefully, they still won the World Series, and with the magic of Freddie Freeman, so maybe that'll all work out. Another highlight that I thought was funny from the games in Japan is Max Muncy was going for a foul ball, and he reached over a net. And you know who snagged it from him? None other than Rodney Peete caught the ball. I will say, though, Muncy did look at him all angry, like he took the ball away from him. His glove was underneath Maxey's. Maxey, he missed the ball, and Rodney didn't.
Yeah, it would be different if Rodney Peete, former NFL quarterback, who also played baseball at USC, so it's not like he doesn't know what he's doing. Obviously, he's a really good baseball player, or was. Yeah, it's not like he was leaning over or jumping over Muncy or what. He casually just put his mitt out there, like, well, if it makes it to me, then my mitt will be ready. So it's not like he got in Muncy's way or tried to block him or jumped over him or anything like that. If you've seen the video, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I don't think in the moment Max Muncy knew who it was or what was going on. But man, Rodney Peete was real casual about it. Like, yeah, of course I was going to make that catch.
And the internet was on fire with the whole, I can't believe a grown man brought a mitt to the game, to where Holly Robinson Peete had to jump on and be like, hey, look, this was complimentary to the seat because they're in foul ball territory in Japan. Boy, they take care of everything, don't they?
Yeah.
They had gloves underneath in that section for you to use. Rodney looked pretty flawless and seamless with his gift of a glove.
I like that. I like that in Japan that they do that. And what's funny, Patrick, is people are like, oh, a grown man taking a mitt to the game. My first thought was, oh, you can't? Because I think the last time I went, I took a glove to the game.
Yeah.
So.
You're like, oh, if you're over 8, you're not supposed to?
Yeah, I know, exactly. I was like, oh, I didn't know that was a taboo. Like I do. I still do it, But anyways, yeah, that was a funny moment. So now for the Dodgers, 2-0 against the Cubs. They come back for an exhibition freeway series against the Angels, and then they will open up, I guess you call it the domestic season opener against the Detroit Tigers on March 27th. So here we go.
It's kind of fun when you do get to the Angels-Dodgers series, because then you're really close. It's fun, and it's right here, in our backyard finally.
Yeah, that kind of signals the start of the regular season, outside the Tokyo series, of course. But yeah, when they get together, the Angels and Dodgers, you're like, okay, here we go. The regular season is just a couple of days away, and that's exactly what's going to happen again. And, it'll be a bunch of guys that are fighting for spots. The guys will probably be sent down to AAA or whatnot, but it's still a lot of fun when the Dodgers and Angels get together before the regular season. All right, we talked about the start of baseball. It's a big time. It's also March Madness time. And Patrick, I don't know if I can put you on the spot. We didn't talk about this, about the Final Four. If you have a Final Four prediction, and I'll tell you what mine is, and it's not it's not like I'm going out on a limb. I picked a lot of the higher seeds, which we know for sure. All the higher seeds don't always just get there. It's not just a bunch of number 1s and 2s in the Final Four. Like, there's always an oddball or two that sneaks in that's a higher seed. But with that said, I'm going with some heavyweights. I got Auburn, Duke, Florida, and Tennessee in the Final Four. I've got Auburn versus Duke in the finals, and I've got Auburn winning the whole thing. So I'm probably wrong, but there you have it anyways.
Yeah, I am a Cooper Flag fan because
Yes.
my kids love, well, God, the kids just love watching him. And I heard, by the way, that he wants to come back to Duke, even though he'll be a really high draft pick. So we'll see if
Could be
that,
number 1.
right, whatever works out. Sometimes when you're going to go number 1, remember Calipari famously telling Marcus Camby, you're not allowed back here at UMass. You go.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to be the number 1 pick,
You got to go.
You got to go. So we'll see what happens there. But I also love Auburn because of the coach, Mr. Pearl.
I like Bruce Pearl, yeah.
I do, dude. He makes me laugh. And we probably really got to see his personality when he worked with ESPN. So Duke, Auburn, I like Florida. And then I'm going way controversial here. North Carolina. And everybody was bitching and moaning about them being in there. I'm taking the brand, baby.
Dang, look at you, Patrick. See, but you could be right, man. There's always that team that sneaks in. You're like, oh, I didn't see them coming. You know, there's like 2 or 3 number 1s or number 2s, and then like an oddball or 2, you know. So it's probably not going to be all these heavyweights. Someone's going to get in there. Who it's going to be, that's the big question. But yeah, I really like Auburn. If you look a lot at a lot of the experts brackets, dude, people are falling in love with the Florida Gators. Like, everyone is picking Florida from what I've seen. But I like Auburn, man. Bruce Pearl's been there. He knows what it takes. And if Cooper Flag is healthy, I like Duke getting into the finals too. That's, again, I didn't overanalyze this year. Usually I try to dig real deep and look at all these numbers. And I was like, no, I'm just going with my gut. I'm going through the bracket real quick. And whatever my first instinct is, I'm just going with it.
And it's going to be great to see if that does actually work out, because sometimes there's a little paralysis by analysis.
Yeah.
And you just do too much over analyzing. I like how you just went with your gut.
Yeah.
And it just made me laugh when I picked UNC, because I figured that everyone's saying that they shouldn't be there and being all pissed off at them, especially West Virginia's governor, who's going to file some legal action over it. I figured they'll be fueled by that. You know what I mean? We're not supposed to be here. They can play a little heel.
Yeah, they smacked San Diego State in that first 4 game, but I don't know if that means anything. I guess we're going to find out. So, but North Carolina, one of those blue bloods, we'll see if they can go deep into the tournament for Patrick. But that's my Final Four. I know it kicks off this morning, so who knows? Let the madness begin.
All right, so we have it down.
We have it down. Let it be written. Okay, and finally, NFL news. The NFL news is NFL no news for Aaron Rodgers, because we thought he'd have a team by now, and he's really taken his sweet, sweet time. We do know that the Minnesota Vikings are not in the Aaron Rodgers market. They're gonna go with J.J. McCarthy, the former Michigan quarterback. He's going to be healthy, hopefully, this season, so they're going to go with him. So the options for Aaron Rodgers really running out now. People are just pointing to the Steelers and the Giants at this point, or maybe retirement at this point.
They're really bringing up the R word, aren't they?
Yeah.
People are starting to say maybe Aaron should think about hanging him up. I don't see it, dude. He likes the attention, I think, a little too much. I can see him. And this will be desperation move, I feel, with the New York Giants going across town. Because I think, you're not going to win anything over there. Or at least, most likely. But I can't see him retiring.
No, I don't think he wants to retire, but if he wants to win right now, the Steelers would be the better option, right? Can we agree on that? But the Giants would just be a long shot. I don't think they're built to win right now. Their defense is okay, but they really have nobody on offense. So, I mean, Malik Neighbors, right? He's an up-and-coming star at receiver, but like they really don't have an offense built to win right now. So, I don't know. I'm very curious. He's not going to go somewhere to be a backup, that's for sure. So, but he's taking his time. Maybe he waits till July or August to see if some quarterback gets hurt and a team out there is like, oh my gosh, we're scrambling. We need a new quarterback, So weird things can happen between now and the start of training camp this summer.
And he's a weird dude, so he's ready for weird things. I could see it happening.
Yeah, he plays by the beat of his own drum, you could say, for Aaron Rodgers. And one more quick NFL news. Cooper Kupp, former Rams star, going to the Seattle Seahawks. So Rams fans are going to have to see this guy at least twice a year now. And it looked like Seattle was tearing everything down, but all of a sudden they kind of built it back up again, Patrick. Your Seahawks could be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm actually somewhat pumped up about it. Especially, I have to give John Schneider, the GM, just making some good bargains. Instead of paying Geno Smith 40 to 45 million a year, you take it down a little bit with Darnold, which you saw part of that contract where they said just basically 17 million is guaranteed just in case of an injury. So it turns out that's a really good deal. And Cooper Kupp, I will take him, dude. I'm not saying he's exactly the same, but he's good when he's got something to prove. So, hey, DK Metcalf, gone, right? Now we got somebody in the slot to kind of take care of the Lockett miss, dude. We'll see what happens. I think this is kind of a genius move by the Seahawks.
Yeah, the Seahawks freed up some money. They got some talent in. So all of a sudden it's like, if you're a Rams fan, I'm a 49ers fan, I'm thinking, wait, I thought Seattle was going to be like in rebuild mode, but they might be actually pretty good again.
And to see him come home, the Eastern Washington Screaming Eagle, the heart of Yakima, better known as Crackama. Cooper Kupp comes home. I'm super pumped about it, dude.
No, that's for Cooper Kupp. It's awesome, right? Going back home, and for the Seahawks, yeah, they're kind of reloading, not rebuilding, but kind of reloading for another good season.
What a great way to finish his career. Just like we finished up sports with Pep, when Monday rolls around, we're going to have a little madness and all kinds of whatever madness in the NFL will be going on all the way around, maybe even with the Dodgers and the Angels. Pep, tell them how to get your stuff.
I just hope my bracket, my Final Four, is still intact by Monday. I'll call that a victory. You can find me on Inland Sports, on X, on Instagram, on Facebook. We're also on YouTube. That's Inland Sports.
Thanks, Pep.